So this little booklet, How Not to Play Chess, is just a new edition of a very old classic which was used for chess improvement, the thing that everybody wants, right? You want to improve in chess, you don't know how. This is a little booklet written by this Russian champion that moved to France, and he probably wasn't strong enough to beat the top players of this period, but he was very good at convey chess for the masses. And so that's what we want to learn from, right? We want to learn from someone that is not the top, because maybe at the top they are not able to teach you, but is not even the bottom. Is someone that is a master level player, and the master level player will give you a lot of insight. I will start showing you a kind of a line from page 18 where it says, is the beginning of a chapter, and it says, do not play your initial moves automatically. Give them some thought. It follows from what we have just said that the initial moves of the different openings should not be played automatically and without considering their long-term significance. Amateur players repeat certain moves they have seen in the games of grandmasters, without examining them in any depth, ignorant of their weaknesses and risk and the threat they pose. A new move, even if it is a very weak one, is enough to throw them off. The following opening moves of a Queen's Gambit decline are familiar to every chess player: d4, d5, c4, e6, knight c3, knight f6, bishop g5, and knight bd7. By the way, for those that are curious about the name of this chess set, it's called Piatigorsky because it was used the first time in a tournament, and I want to show you the book. Okay, here I have a book of the second Piatigorsky Cup. I don't know if I have a first one, sorry, I will try to find it because the library is kind of out of control, and I really need a I generally put the tournament books in one section, but there are a lot of tournaments, so that's why. In any case, this chess set was made for this, because this Piatigorsky was a famous rich man of that time. As you can see, this is, I think, from 1966, and he even made his own set for the tournament. In any case, now let's go back to our book, How Not to Play Chess. So here it says, amateur players have seen black continue many times with bishop e7 or knight bd7. They play one or the other unaware of their significance, not knowing that knight bd7 sets a pretty trap that can lead to a delightful combination. The diagram shows, and is this the diagram obviously, the position after for knight bd7. It is easy to see that white could win a pawn because the f6 knight is pinned, and as a result the d pawn is undefended. So why can't white win this pawn by playing, for example, c takes d5? So eventually, guys, try to pause the video and ask yourself why. Okay? because the continuation is e takes d5, knight takes d5, it's the mistake, and here he asks, why shouldn't this be played? Would it be a mistake, or was it black who were on the previous move? Many beginners playing each other do not even see the win of a pawn, and if white decide to capture it, they will be taken aback and will curse the chess master who duped them into making such mistakes. Here is how black would reply. So guys, I would advise you, if you are the white side, to think a second on what black would play. In this case, black will play knight takes d5. And you say, oh no, wow, what's going on? He's losing the queen, right? Yes, he's losing the queen, but you must understand one point. This bishop g5 is able to return back in case of a check. If he takes here, he's not able to go back, right? So this is a problem. You're not really taking the queen. In fact, after bishop takes d8, we have bishop b4, check, queen d2, and then you have queen takes d2, sorry, bishop takes d2, king takes d2, and bishop, sorry, bishop, and king takes d8. Now, here you can see clearly that if you count just the material, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So black has gained one piece from this thing. It's not little. And here it says, black has regained the sacrificed queen and comes out a piece up. It would be a fair bet that out of every 100 amateurs who play knight d7, 99 of them would not know that by playing this they could sacrifice their queen. They would be amazed when shown this possibility. And so this was one of the story, but of course I want to show you another part of this chapter, because I believe it's interesting, and because the book is teaching you real stuff, right? In the sense that yes, these are opening traps, but in reality these are possibilities that happen also in tournament, especially between lower rated players. And here, for example, we have e4, d5, e takes d5, queen takes d5, knight c3, queen d8, d4, knight c6, knight f3, bishop g4. As you can see, the idea is similar to the one we just saw. d5, knight e5. So guys, if you were white here, what would you play? Obviously you can think, I just play bishop e2, but that would be missing the lesson that Znosko-Borovsky is trying to give you. Okay, the lesson here is that the move is knight takes e5. Why? Again, sacrifice, yes, but then check, and the problem is the same, right? You don't have anything there. Well, this time you play this, but then he plays this, and where do you go, right? It's a big problem here, because imagine, guys, also if he tries to escape like this, or I don't know, like this, it doesn't matter. Let's say one is this, oops, and if he goes here, And notice I didn't even see it, but the problem is when here it becomes another queen, it's a mess. So let's try this, knight f6. Let's try a second. And he play, and this was the thing, okay? Knight f6, I take here. He can play this, but again, and I don't know. There are many possibilities. Not bishop g4 because knight f6 is double check, checkmate. Let's say he does this, and you take this, and still give checkmate. So as you can see, the idea is that you need to think systematically. And that's the problem, because sometimes you don't pursue a line of thought because you never thought it was possible, and so that's why you want a book like this one, because it shows you some ideas that then will be in your library of mental pattern about chess, and you will say, oh, but wait, can I do that? So sometimes chess imagination or chess creativity is also nurtured with a chess book like this, a small chess book that you can read in a few days, couple of days maybe, but it gives you some ideas that you will be able to implement in your own games. So I thank you for watching, and eventually I will make another video from this book. I hope you enjoyed it.